It's Tuesday, and that means it's shipping day here on the farm. Every Tuesday, we pack up all of the chick orders that people have placed over the week and fertile hatching egg orders. I thought I'd give you a little tour of what it looks like inside of our chick boxes when we ship. We pack them in a certain way during the summertime and a completely different way during the winter. But for the summer, the minimum is 6 chicks to guarantee live arrival, because as you can see, they're already doing it where they start to cozy up next to each other and stay warm. If it gets to be too hot in the summertime, and they can go over to the sides where the holes are and get some fresh air. In the wintertime, the chick minimum is 10 chicks. That way they can stay warm enough when the temperatures drop a lot. And these air holes here, we block off on the sides so that they stay warm inside. And we just keep the top holes open so any hot air can vent out. Cool air can get in if it needs to, but that way they stay warm. These holes on the side, sometimes, depending on how the post office handles the chicks, if they're set next to an air conditioning unit when they're in one of the warehouses or inside of the transportation trucks, cold air can blow in on the sides, and that's why we block it off in the wintertime. But in the summertime, it's not so much of a big deal. And of course, we label everything well, and I'm not going to give away this person's information with their address, but we always put hold for pickup and call upon arrival, and that way, whenever your chicks come, the post office calls you first thing in the morning, or in the afternoon if they come in the afternoon truck, and you can pick up your chicks. This green stuff inside is our grow gel. It is acting as their food and their hydration for their journey, and I sprinkle a little bit of extra chick scratch starter mix inside so they know that this is indeed food, because sometimes it takes a minute for them to register, oh, I should actually be eating from that. So that's how our chicks are packed in the wintertime. From February through June 1st, we'll put a heat pack inside of here for them to sit on, but it gets to be too hot from the 1st of January through September, so no heat pack for this time of year. That's how the chickies look. They go in the box, and then when they arrive to you, you can just open them up. I always recommend that folks have some electrolytes in their water for the chicks when they get home, because it's a good journey for them. These chicks are fresh hatchlings. They just came out yesterday morning, so they actually don't need to eat or drink for 3 days. They're still working off of the yolk sac internally inside of them, and I can explain a little bit more of that in a different post and why nature does that, but it makes it actually a safe time for them to ship. But I still do put food and the hydration of the grow gel in there to give them a little something to do, because they can get bored over a few days. So when the chicks arrive to you, I recommend having electrolytes in their water to help with any of the travel stress. And turn the brooder on before you go to the post office to collect them with some sort of heat source, either one of those eco plates so they can go underneath, or a heat lamp that's coming from the top and beaming light down on them to warm them up. And as soon as you pop them in the brooder, they'll just come right around. If for whatever reason one of your chicks looks a little weak upon arrival, what I always recommend to folks is to gently pick them up and put them right in the crook of your neck or against your chest with a scarf, and the warmth of your body and the beat of your heart will help turn them around. They'll start to feel the rhythm of how you're breathing and your warmth, and tune into that and start to breathe in that way and receive some love from your warmth. And when I used to receive chicks in the mail, that's what I would always do to help turn them around. I called it the bandana technique, where I would wrap them in a little bandana around my neck and just go about doing my chores during the day. And I saved many a chick that way. We're not allowed to accept any chicks now because of our tight biosecurity practices. The only way that we get fresh blood here on the farm is through hatching eggs that I've treated in a really specific way to make sure that no diseases have been vertically transmitted from mother hen into the egg and then to chicks that we would hatch here, because all of our birds are tested free of diseases, and we want to make sure that we are giving you guys the healthiest birds possible. The benefit of having a small business like this and having a hatchery where the person who you're hearing narrate now is the same person who's doing the quality control with the eggs and selecting which eggs to do and what birds to breed, is that you have really good quality animals. I'm seeing everything from the beginning to the end. And so you know that you're getting a good product. And I also do all the customer service, so if something's not working out, I can troubleshoot it with you. Hope you enjoyed the tour of the chick boxes. And all of our hatching egg boxes, I load up into the trunk. Keep the lid of the trunk open until we're ready to go. Again, I'm not going to give anybody's mailing address away. But that's how we package the boxes, and we label them really well so the post office knows that they need to be kept this side up because the fat side of the egg always needs to be pointing up, the pointy side down because of the air cell inside, so that protects the ability of the eggs to be viable when they get to you. And there's information sheets inside of how to handle the fertile hatching eggs after they've arrived to you from the post office, and tips and tricks for incubating. In this particular batch, there's also a few boxes of our quail eggs for eating from that trade that we were offering folks. And that's something that I've been feeling really good about doing, and I want to continue to offer that trade to people who want to try some eggs to eat and offer up whatever they're doing on their farms or in their lives so that we can get to know each other and network and just share what we're doing around here, because we're all about building community and checking out other people who are doing some sort of entrepreneurial venture. Hope you enjoyed the tour today, guys. Have a good day.